Evening and welcome to Grady Newsource Political Report. Tonight, we bring you special coverage of the Georgia Senate runoff election. I'm Sydney Hood. This election here in Georgia has the attention of the entire nation because whoever wins this U.S. Senate seat will make a big difference in how the Senate serves the nation for the next 6 years. Tonight, Democrat incumbent U.S. Senator Raphael Warnock hopes to repeat the history he made 2 years ago, this time winning the runoff to keep his seat for a full 6-year term and help Democrats obtain a full majority in the Senate. His challenger this time around is Republican Herschel Walker, best known for his outstanding football career here at the University of Georgia. We have teams live at the Warnock and Walker campaigns in Atlanta to keep you up to date with developments as the votes are tallied. We are also bringing you a live look from the Athens Democrats watch party in downtown Athens. And to round out our coverage, in-studio reporter Maddie McCaffrey will provide you with additional facts and context as the night progresses. But before we check in with those teams, however, let's talk about what got us here to this night in the first place. In Georgia, in order to win an election, a candidate must earn 50% of the vote in the general election. That did not happen in the race for Warnock's Senate seat during last month's general election. Instead, voters went back to the polls today to choose between Warnock and Walker. According to the Georgia Secretary of State's office, almost 2 million Georgians cast their votes early this runoff election. Grady Newsource reporter Jenna Monin has more on how the two Senate candidates used their extra time to gather more support.
During Georgia's 4-week runoff period, both Republicans and Democrats worked around the clock to build support for their Senate candidates. Austin Myrie, founder of the student organization Dogs for Warnock, said he created the group to show his peers that their voice and views were welcome on the University of Georgia's campus.
The inception of it really was all of the Herschel Walker stickers that I saw around the football stadium. And I was looking around and it was like a sea of them. But it gave that appearance that this was a Herschel Walker campus politically. And I knew that didn't align with me, and I knew it didn't align with a lot of the students that I knew. People say that students don't want to get involved, and statistically they don't, but we've seen really good numbers in terms of people wanting to support the senator and wanting to get out into the community.
Like Myrie, Oconee County GOP chairwoman Kathy Hurley focused her efforts on community engagement.
Door knocking events where, we just meet in groups and go through and, hit different neighborhoods, handing out literature and speaking about Herschel. We also have had phone banking events.
Democrats will keep Senate control, but this runoff can still determine complex power dynamics within Senate committees and tie-breaking votes.
We're either going to have a 50-50 or a 51-49. With a 50-50, committee assignments have to be even. So if there's 20 members of a committee, 10 are Republican and 10 are Democrat.
UGA political science lecturer Dr. Jeffrey Glass explained that the importance of this election cannot be overlooked.
Now, there's been a tremendous amount of money spent here in this particular runoff campaign. I mean, all eyes are on Georgia.
Almost $80 million was spent on TV ads in this short runoff season alone.
We have a tie right now in the Senate. It comes down to the vice president's vote. It can really change things having one more vote in there for the Democratic Party. The power dynamic is really interesting. It's a difficult chess game to play out.
In the final stretch of the runoff season, Dogs for Warnock brought Senator Jon Ossoff and Senator Raphael Warnock to the Zell B. Miller Learning Center on UGA's campus.
So let's get out there, let's vote, let's send Herschel Walker back to Texas, and let's send Warnock back to D.C.
After Myrie and a few other student organizers delivered remarks, Ossoff and Warnock spoke about the importance of getting out the vote for this runoff.
But I want you to think about voting on Tuesday and getting everybody you know to vote on Tuesday.
Warnock emphasized the value of youth voter engagement and turnout.
Because of young people like you, I really do believe that our best days are not behind us, our best days are in front of us.
And cracked a few jokes.
And if somebody is interested in dating you, tell them to write their phone number on the back of a voter registration card, because we don't date people who don't vote.
Jenna Monin, Grady Newsource.
Now, before we check in with our live teams, we have some early results, so we're going to check out and see what we have so far. With about 5% of the precincts reporting, we have Senator Warnock at 57% of the votes and Herschel Walker down at 42%. Again, we have about 5% of those precincts reporting right now, still early in the night. And on that note, we're going to go to our live teams for some live updates. I'm joined Grady Newsource reporter Ashley Balsavius, who is at the Warnock headquarters tonight. Ashley, what's going on there? What's the energy like?
Reporting live in Atlanta tonight at Senator Raphael Warnock's watch party. Now you can probably hear the music behind me. It's pretty loud. There's a lot of people here right now, and there's even more outside waiting in line. I just went out there a few minutes ago, and there's a line wrapped around this floor of people waiting to come inside and watch the results come in. Now, we don't have a lot of results for you right now with only 5% of precincts reporting, but we will continue to keep you updated throughout the night. I'll be reporting here live in Atlanta for Grady Newsource. I'm Ashley Balsavius. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you for the update, Ashley. Now we're going to head over to the Walker campaign where we have Grady Newsource reporter Spencer Pipkin to bring you some live updates over there. Spencer, how's it going over there? I think we're going to get Spencer up here in a minute. There he is. Spencer, how's it going over there?
I wanted to say more,
We
but
have a little bit of audience
that
focus right now, but as you can see, we're getting live updates. Got about 38% of the vote in, and challenger Herschel Walker is trailing by a little under 150,000 votes. So still a lot of the vote to come in, and from what we see, the Walker camp seems to be in pretty high spirits. Strong acting, guys.
Thank you for that, Spencer. Now we teased to the break. We are going to go to a short break here in a moment here, but we'll be back with more updates. We've got a team right here in Athens, and we have a team right here in the studio. But for now, we'll be back.
During high school, I hung with the wrong crowd, and I never graduated.
I helped Santiago in many different ways, like all fathers do, because he always wanted to go to college.
I felt a little embarrassed to come back to school, but eventually, once I came here, I knew that it's for a bigger goal.